I don't know what to say.
Something about Scotch.
Scotch.
All right.
All right, and we're live.
Yeah.
Welcome to the LA School of Comedy Open Mic, and we're gonna bring up our first comedian. Let's give a big warm welcome to Miho.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. I wasted time. Hello.
Yeah. Miho.
Hey. So I recently watched the Beatles documentary. Thank you. I got a cameraman here. I really didn't know Beatles. Like, I was born '93, so yeah, it's a little bit history. I know a good amount, right? And I watched it. And I understood who they are, right? I didn't know anything about it. McCartney just bossing out all the time. He's a boss, right? And then John Lennon, as I told, he artistically agree with Paul McCartney, but like he doesn't really fully agree with Paul McCartney because he's little, bitchy, a little bit assholey, And then George Harrison and then Ringo Starr, right? George Harrison and Paul McCartney arguing all the time. They don't like each other. Then it's Paul's bad. Paul says stuff like you shouldn't say. Like, oh, why do you pray like that? You shouldn't pray like that. Like, you don't say things like that, I'm like, Paul, stop, right? And then Yoko is always there, right? People hate Yoko. I'm Japanese, right? I look at her. I mean, it's kind of cool. She always dressed cool,
Yeah.
and then every episode they making music, right? She's sitting right next to, and then she just doing something else. Oh, look at this! She's doing Sudoku today. Oh, she's knitting today. Like eventually, I'm just like, what is she doing, right? I can't. But what Yoko doing more? I mean, Yoko is iconic, so you want to see her. Then I'm saying, then evil producer comes out, and then Yoko has to go. I'm like, why? Yoko doing anything there? And then, anyways, John Lennon doesn't want to come if Yoko isn't there, so we need her, right? But then, actually, Paul McCartney is like, why? Yoko doesn't do anything. Like, Paul said Yoko is funny, so let her be there. I'm like so pissed in front of the TV. Right? People misunderstanding. Bad thing about Beatles is Paul McCartney. He's a reason Beatles, but he's a reason Beatles break up. That's the truth. Everyone should watch his own Disney Plus. Yeah, I'm Japanese. I got offended, man. Yoko is actually pretty good. So my shoulder is really smooth. I inherited it from my dad. Like one day my dad is like, Miho, listen, you got my shoulder, and then I didn't notice my shoulder is very smooth until I get 30. That was very lucky for me because it didn't touch my ego when I was younger. If I noticed my shoulder is small and it's smooth when I was younger, I would be hurt. But I didn't notice until 30, so I was lucky. That's what he told me, and I'm like, okay, right? I realized that I have smooth shoulder, and I realized that like everyone can be on bicycle with backpack on. I can't. Sometimes backpack has this belt between. I need that. That's a Miho belt, actually. It's made for me. I can't survive without it. It's like it's gonna end up in here, like it's like always like, oh, all right. It's here, always. I can't do this. I feel like I'm like disabled. World is not made for me. I got out the fucking belt all the time because of my smooth shoulder. Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, and also it doesn't end. I'm gonna use this again. So when I go to the bathroom and I wash my hand, right? And then I have my bag on my shoulder and I try to wash it. this happens, right? Like, I don't want to wash my handbag. I want to wash my hand. Gravity, understand that? Yeah. It's an everyday struggle. I hate gravity. So, Japan doesn't have a culture of stand-up. We have a duo comedy. It's because Japanese language doesn't have a culture of monologue or like speech. That's very English thing. You know, Japanese people don't give a speech, don't talk that much. You know, we conversation, like we do the catchball, like we don't just talk to you. You know? Like Japanese people feel like Americans talk long. Their story never finish. That's why you guys love stand-up, you know? You know, we enjoy conversation with people, you know, we enjoy communication. So we do duo comedy. Americans just a little bit, you know, think about yourself, but that was the whole my point, just wanted to insult Americans. Yeah, but I love stand-up, you know, I don't want to listen to people. Just kidding, I'm fine with it, but you know, I want to talk about racist, right? I am an Asian woman, I'm like mother minority, so I don't get into serious racism. That's what people say, the benefit of being an Asian woman, I guess, but I've seen racist people, I've met racist people. One guy, we talking about dogs, like, oh, I love dogs. I used to have dogs, like, when I was a kid. They were so cute, right? And he said, yeah, you had a dog at the kitchen? Really? Like, that's crossing line. Yeah, I get racism too. And after that, I used to go to the UCB, the improv school, and I had a teacher, racist teacher. So I misheard some celebrity name in a scene. So I'm like, oh, I heard Zac Efron. I didn't know that was Zac something else, right? I said that, and no, you misunderstood. No, I didn't. I misheard, right? No, that means you misunderstood. Like, oh, like you don't gaslight me. I didn't. Like, people are racist. And I didn't know how to make it funny. I just wanted to tell you all. I've seen racist people. So, I used to have a dachshund hound, not in the kitchen, in the living room. But I'm so good at impersonation of dachshund hound. It's a specifically dachshund hound. You guys have no idea what kind of dog, but it is dachshund hound. If you had one, you know, but I want to do it right now. Yeah. Because I'm good at it, all right? Yeah. I'm so good. I want to get a compliment for this, but I don't have time to show it that much, so thank you. My dachshund impersonation part is satisfied. So, Japan made a Android robot, and then looks like a cute girl. And when you talk to her, she listens to you, and then she laughs like. That's what Japanese men want. They want to just ask to laugh at their joke. I mean, you are so smart, you can make a fucking lover, then why don't you just say something funny? Then we don't have to laugh at your stupid jokes. I hate Japanese men. That's why I left that country. That was the correct choice I made. Thank you. So what else? I don't want to talk about anything. Oh yeah, let me just the short one. Squirrel. squirrel. That word is really hard to say. Like squirrel, right? The animal is tiny, cute, they're quick. Whenever I see them, look at that squirrel. When I'm saying that, they're gone. I don't think that name suit for the animal, so yeah. I'm still thinking about a new name for them. Yeah. Text me if you have any good idea. Alright, this is my time. Thank you, Miho Fuji.
I love the Dastrian impersonation. I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah.
Alright, and let's bring up one of our newest comics, Anthony!
Yeah, definitely didn't know I was next. Hold on a second. Let's see. On a side note, I did use the restroom right down here at this gas station. If you ever get a chance to go in there, it's like 5-star for a gas station. Like, it was super, super nice. I don't know why that interested me so much, but the guy was like worried about people using it, but yeah, he trusted me, and I was like, why is this such a big deal? I don't know. I had to buy a sucker to get in there. It was a whole ordeal. Okay, so where do I start here? Okay, so basically, obviously, guys, I'm a whitewashed black guy from Oklahoma at that. Small town, basically white guy that they gave blackface, and then basically held hostage in the town to make it look less suspicious. That's the way I think of it, at least. So being a whitewashed black guy, I haven't really had sex with black women. It's like a huge thing of mine. So I actually did have sex with a black woman, and I've just noticed a couple differences. Usually sex with a white woman, it's like preliminary stuff, foot rub, back massage, some motivational talk and missionary, that kind of thing, right? I had sex with a black woman, and it included her smoking Newport 100 mid-sex,
Yeah.
an unfinished beer, and her giving me play-by-play directions on in or out. So that was interesting. I used to live out in Las Vegas, so I lived out there for a little bit, moved from Oklahoma to Las Vegas. That was a pretty cool time in my life. So I gambled a lot, went to strip clubs a lot. I recycle my ones at the strip club. And that's just me being cheap, basically. And this saves me money and keeps her guessing, so that was fun. I've heard a lot of stuff about this, Jeffrey Dahmer stuff coming out, and the new show on Netflix that he has, or that they made, not he has. I think his victim's survivor statement should say, "I didn't know I was gay until I got roofied." It's kind of fucked up, but yeah. If you guys didn't know, yes, his victims, he would roofie them and then drag them back home. The majority of his victims were quote unquote gay. I don't think all of them were gay. I think he lured some people back there. That's my point of view. I'm really into serial killers too, by the way. With that being said, Ted Bundy was also a well-known serial killer. He was also known to talk about himself in third person. That makes him if you see me talking to myself, don't worry, I'm not crazy. I'm just narrating my life, serial killer. Closing up here, let's see. So I'm not poor, but I am broke. I'm definitely broke, not poor. I kind of keep myself maintained for the most part. But I am looking for a sugar mama. Not just any sugar mama, but I want a sugar mama with a bad habit of carrying around exotic animals or animals in general. So I always see like these sugar mamas carrying around like Malteses and whatnot, but I want one that carries around a capuchin monkey. Then I'll know I'm really set because she can take care of monkeys, she can take care of me. And then just some like following thoughts that I had going on. Taco Bell discontinued their Mexican pizza for a really long time, which like had me on edge because every time I was going in there for the past 6 months, I was like seriously like questioning why they don't have this Mexican pizza. And then I just felt like they just made the image bigger on this on the menu, and then made the actual pizza a quarter size and then up the price. So that kind of pissed me off. There's something weird going on there. But yeah, that's all I got, guys.
For Anthony.
Woo!
When you said that he has a new show on Netflix, it sounded like he has a 1-hour stand-up special about cannibalism. Alright, and let's welcome Brandon!
Yeah!
Alright, cool. I didn't know I was third. I was like fifth on the sheet. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
apocalypse now.
I'm not mad. Yeah, alright. So, you ever notice all the waitresses at IHOP look like they got pancake titties? Just me, huh? That's what we do, you know. You go out with your buddies. You're like, hey, let's go out to the floppy hoppy, you know. And you get wasted in the parking lot, you know. Guys do. I don't know what girls do when they go out, but guys get wasted in the hot parking lot, and then we're like chasing after pigeons with like an empty vodka bottle, you know. Like, come here, little great chicken, you know. Just okay. That's what we do. Because I've had chicken and waffles. I never had pigeons and pancakes, you know. So it might be good. I don't know. Yeah, I have a Muslim friend. I got him some bacon cologne. So, you know, at least he can smell like he's got good taste, huh? That's a good one. I got a buddy named Walker. He's in a wheelchair. And I think that's a pretty cool to have your name give you so much hope. You know what I mean? Like maybe one day. You know, I don't. It's like being an atheist named Christian, you know? Like, we've got some time still, maybe. I like people with that have cool names like that. There's a lot of people that have like names that match up exactly to them. Like I know a girl named Gabby, doesn't shut the fuck up. You know? I know a girl named Allie. She's homeless. Like there's people in Minnesota right now named Paris that have never even left Minnesota. Like Allie's in the alley. Like she's living up to her name. A lot of people's, you know, their names give me joy. There's a kid in my shop class. His name was Reese, and he lost 3 of his fingers on the bandsaw, and without a beat, the shop teacher goes, "Look, Reese's Pieces." That's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any funnier than that when you're 7, you know. It's like, hey, that was good. Teach high 3, you know. I dated a girl named Camille. Very dominant Camille toe. You know what I mean? A lot of people's names match it. Even like if you start Patty, if you got like a bakery, you could name it Patty's Cakes. This is fun. It's fun for me to do that, to come up with the name stuff. I have a friend named Hunter, and he's a vegetarian. Yeah, and I knew a guy from church, Gunner. He's also vegetarian. If Hunter and Gunner ever got into an argument, they'd be the only 2 vegetarians I know that have beef. Pause for the ambulance. Alright, where are we at? Cows are in the news, am I right, guys? Cows are in the news.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. You see that? They're blaming cows for the global warming. You know, the cow farts. Cow farts are right up next to carbon dioxide. You read this?
No.
Unbelievable. It's like, okay, carbon dioxide is a method of suicide. I've never seen anybody try to kill themselves with a cow fart. Like, you know, you got the hose in the car, and I've never seen a hose hooked up to it. Come on, Bessie, hurry up and fart. I'm sad. You know, I've never seen that. I don't know, cows have it bad is what I'm trying to get at. I don't like how they're getting treated in America. Not good in America. India, however, they have their own Bill of Rights. So, you know, as our demand for dead cow goes up in America, India, you're not even allowed to hit a cow. You know, it's like India is like a cow's America. You know, it's like, they can be free and they can roam. There's a cow right now in Texas going, if only I could make it to India. I don't know how to talk. But then maybe there's like, you know, people in India, they're like, if only I could have a hamburger, just one. Like a rib Bart Simpson, you know, don't have a cow man, but I want to have a cow man. You know. Starting a steakhouse in India would be like being a sommelier in Utah. You know, you're not going to do very good because it's a dry state. Is why that's okay. You can marry your pet in India. You could marry. You can't hit a cow, but you could marry your pet. I don't understand. Like, the only way you could ever hit a cow is if you married it, maybe. I don't know. Okay. All right. Yeah, cow farts. You know, I wish you could run a car on cow farts, you know? It's like, I don't know. I just don't... Gasoline is amazing, but I've never gotten, like, pink eye from sniffing gas, you know? Like, farts... How is it that farts are more healthy is what I'm trying to get at. Why is a fart more healthy than gasoline? I've pumped gas and, like, tempted to lick my fingers. That's how delicious gas is. Like, I've been sitting there like, man, why don't they make an unleaded flavored ice cream or something, you know? Like, I'd eat that. I like ice cream. You know? Or okay, maybe hand sanitizer. A super unleaded hand sanitizer? I'd be all day. This is sanitary. You know, I'd be into it. It'd be... If only I can get, like, my clothes to smell like gas, that'd be good, right? Introducing a diesel mid-grade unleaded laundry detergent. Now with super... Okay, stupid. I don't know. What was I going to say? No, that's dumb. I don't know, I just thought it would be cool to have laundry. You never have, like, anything flavored gasoline, you know? Like, no foods or any, like, laundry detergent. Even, like, your dryer sheets, you know? But you would never have, like, fart-flavored foods. Like, you would never, like, try this new Doritos, who cut the cheese Dorito flavored. You know, you never have, Mom, what are we having for dinner? Roast queef, dear, roast queef. You never have that. Yeah. Alright, what was I gonna... It's all downhill from here, really. Start so high up.
Keep going.
Yeah, I hop. Alright, hold on. Yeah, good. That one's good. Oh, ladies, hey! For the ladies, gasoline bath bombs, huh? Benzene, BHT, beauty-based bath bombs? Come on, a barrel of fun. Eh? You have to fight off mechanics all day, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I do this, but it's... Anyway, stupid. What was I gonna... yeah, okay, cool. India. I was thinking, like... There's not a lot of cow tipping going on in India to really bring it all back. Because guys get drunk and they want to go cow tipping. But, you know, you don't do that in India. I don't know. This is so stupid. Okay, where are we going? Moving on. Chickens. Hey, yeah, I'm at the point in my life where, like, I'm reading a lot about birds and stuff. I don't know, is that just me? Because, like, I realized, I learned that most birds don't have penises. Is that too gross? It ruins a lot for me, really, because the closest a chicken will ever be to, like when I eat chicken noodle soup, that's it. Like, chickens will never have noodles. Cocks don't have cocks. You see what I'm trying to get at? Like, like even the American Eagle, like smooth as a kendo, you know. that's our symbol of freedom, and it's like a mannequin down there, you know. It makes no sense to me, you know. Cranes don't have shafts. Swallows, nothing to swallow, you know. Woodpeckers, no pecker. No pecker, no wood, really. I don't know why I did that. It makes me like. I'm always curious why I'm getting chased in the park by swans. I'm like, well, you know, they're overcompensating with the big truck syndrome. Hence all the honking they're doing because they're okay. I'm just learning a lot about birds. I'm a loser. I always wondered, like, you think like the cobras in India. Back to India, by the way. You think like the cobras in India, they hear like jazz flute and they're like, "Oh my God, this is my song!" And then they come out of their thing just kind of like, "Yep," you know, and they listen to jazz. Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm Brandon Rumfeld.
Yeah.
So, thank you for having me.
Well, let's see if this next comedian lives up to her name. Let's welcome Allie!
Who knew, right? Cancel your time. Alright, come on, clap it up, guys. I am Allie, and I am a recovering runaway. Who knew? I really did run away to the alley. You ever like young and you try to run away and you tell your parents, you're like, I'm fucking out of here. And then you just go down the street 1 block and go to the alley. We really did that. We stole we stole menthol cigarettes down at the corner store and hid in an alley and spent the night, dude. I don't know what was going on. We used to sleep in the park we used to take our comforter. I live by a park. We used to take our comforter, my ex and I, to the park, and the cops would roll by and just like come up and try to arrest us. I'm like, what's going on? Why? Why are you arresting us? There's all these homeless people out here. What the fuck? We're just trying to live our lives next to a golf course. I grew up on in an apartment complex. I thought, you know when you're young, you think like you create a caricature of yourself and you think like you're somebody that you're not, and you create this character. When I moved to California, I became a gangster, all right? I'm from Marin County. It's bougie up there, but it's also known for Marin City, where Tupac grew up, and he went to Tam High, which is like a really bougie high school, but he lived in Marin City, so we all thought we were gangsters just because Tupac lived in a town nearby. But I'm like, I'm white. I live in an apartment complex. I'm poor, I think I'm like on 8 Mile and shit. I'm like on 8 Mile, except across the street is a giant golf course. So I'm not on 8 Mile. No, I'm sleeping in the alleyway down the street. So anyway, I'm originally from Montana. Speaking of cow tipping, anybody know about Montana? Yeah, they do tip cows out there. And we have keggers. You guys remember keggers? I don't know what they call it out here. Is it a keg or a kegger? It's a keg? Yeah?
It's a keg.
It's a keg?
It's a keg.
We had keggers in the woods. We used to take these kegs out to the woods and we'd get mosquito bites that became like welts on our legs. Like, what were we doing? We were drinking Malibu rum, like by the fucking gallon, like trying to get drunk. Why? The first time I ever got drunk off vermouth. Anybody? Why? Dude? I went to my dad's liquor cabinet. He didn't have any liquor, but he had cooking vermouth. So we chugged the shit out of it, and we got really sick, dude. As you would imagine. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Give it up for sober people. Come on. I got some more stories. I'm not going to bore you with them now and make a long story longer. Right, Albert? Give it up for Albert. He's in the game. Anyway, I'm originally from Montana. We had keggers out there. We tipped cows. We had old school parties. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, dude, we need to bring back slow dancing. Don't you think?
Yeah.
What happened to the slow dance? Who killed the fucking slow dance? All these people are in the club like, oonch, oonch, oonch. We just got over COVID. needed. Like, we need somewhere to go and hold each other, don't you think? Nobody's grinding anymore. What happened? There was like a 90s R&B movement, like back when I was growing up, but it's like, where do you go and grind? Like, there's nowhere you can go. Okay, when my parents met, my dad asked my mom to dance, and she said yes at camp. Like, how cute is that, right? He went up and asked. I live in LA. No guy's asking me to dance. Like, what happened in 2022? Why can't we go somewhere where some nice gentleman asks you to dance? What happened? I don't know how to meet people is what I'm trying to say. And, you know what I mean? Walking down the street, like, everybody dresses like they're homeless, so you can't really tell. When you go out to a club, you're supposed to wear, like, your best clothes and shit and try to impress the opposite sex, don't you think?
Yeah.
We don't try to impress each other anymore, do we? I don't know. I go to the grocery store. I got my fucking hood on, my sunglasses. I wear a mask. I'm like, don't fucking talk to me, you know? People are coming up to me. I'm like, I don't work here. You ever work in customer service so long, you go places and people are like, excuse me. You're like, no, I'm not on the clock, okay? Anyone working customer service? That's a fucking hard life, dude. I got 20 years of customer service behind me. I'm a public servant at this point, right? I work in hospitality. I work at a hotel. I'm a concierge. You guys ever seen Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
You know the concierge in that movie where he's like helping her? That's me, okay? I'm that person. I don't know what happened in my life where I'm now a concierge at a hotel. I don't get it. I had all these dreams, and now I'm in this hotel working for the man, helping. Like, I don't know what's going on. She gets it, right? I don't know what happened. And life happens so fast. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and then all the lawyers get to the fucking courthouse. They're like, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. You know? I know so many lawyers that quit their job. What's up with that, Andre? Can you elaborate?
They hate themselves.
It's a hard. They hate their lives, right? It's a hard life. Jail's hard. Are you a criminal lawyer or what are you?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. You're never.
I didn't even finish law school.
Oh, you didn't.
And I'm a failure.
Oh, okay. He's a law school dropout, beauty school dropout, but law school dropout, right? I don't know. I don't get it. Life happens so fast. I'm from Montana. All my people on Facebook are up there thriving. They got like 5 kids, a fat house, fucking trucks. My cousin was a landscaper. He's practically a millionaire now for mowing lawns. I don't get it. And I'm out here struggling with a tiny little house. Speaking of house parties, we got to bring house parties back.
Yeah.
But I realized the other day, right? House parties, give it up for house parties. I mean, the clubs are ripping everyone off. You really want to pay like $300 for a bottle of liquor that you could get at fucking, what's the drink, Best Buy, or not Best Buy, Venmo. You can get that shit for like $40. You go to the club, they sell it for like $500. You're like, what am I doing? Like, what is my life? You go in these clubs, you're like, are you fucking kidding me right now, right? And there's no slow dances. That's what I'm trying to get at. What happened to slow dances? My first concert was Boyz II Men. That's gonna date me. What was your first concert? Anyone?
Elvis Presley.
Stop! Alright, give it up for Gramps over here. He doesn't see live. I'm just kidding. That's rad, actually.
It was actually Mozart.
Oh, sure. Okay. Alright, next person. Anyone first concert?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift! Give it up! And now you're up here talking about your exes. It's your destiny! Roast them, right? You gotta roast your exes. Fuck those people. I don't know how that happened. You know, she gets it. Right? Where was I with that? Oh yeah, by the way, at a house party, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna throw a house party. People are like, alright, can I come over? I'm like, not really. My fucking bed is in the living room. You can't have a house party here. Everyone's poor. Where are we gonna party? I don't even have a porch. I can't even invite people over. Is that 7?
2.
Oh, okay. I'm like, damn, I got a lot of time. I can't have people over. I have no porch. I'm watching my people on Facebook. They're thriving. They're flourishing. And I'm out here living some kind of a dream on the beach with a fucking coin detector. That's all I got. It's a sad life. I live by Gower and Franklin. I drive by. It's right by the overpass. The fucking tent cities are outrageous. I drove by this tent. I saw a tent so big it had a 2-car garage. It's a funny joke, guys. 2-car garage. I saw a tent so big they had a couch in there and a TV and a generator and 6 kids just piled out. They're like, this is my family. I'm like, that's life in California. Give it up for Newsom, everybody. Clap it up for Mr. Hair Guy. I don't get it. He looks like a Batman villain, doesn't he, Newsom? He looks like a Batman villain. What's with the hair? I don't get it. Do all politicians have that hair?
Yes.
Has there ever been a bald politician?
Trump.
Biden?
Biden's bald?
Well, that's a transplant.
He's had a lot of work, don't you think?
Botox.
Whatever with Biden. What's up with the presidents? They might as well be holograms. Who do we have next? They might as well be holograms. I hope nobody voted. Are we voting? Who's on deck is what I'm trying to say. We got nobody, dude. We got nobody. I don't know. The Democrats, what are they going to do? They always talk like they're going to do something. They don't do shit. The Republicans, they're not going to do shit. Who do we have, dude? The one person that was the voice of reason is Ron Paul, and he's about to croak. Am I right? And don't say Bernie, because I'm not a socialist, so we can't go there. I don't want to talk politics and bore you. What I was trying to say was we need to bring back the slow dance, all right? That's all I really care about. My name's Allie. You can find me at AllieView416. Follow me at LA Confidentials, and we'll talk news. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I love your energy.
Very funny.
All right, and let's welcome the Armenian Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, man!
Andre!
Thanks, Charlotte. Give it up for your host, guys. And for all the other performers. You guys are fantastic. I was getting excited just like listening to everybody go. Like, Miho, that was amazing. I love that. And I was gonna say my first concert is Paul McCartney. McCartney, excuse me. Yeah, it was rough. He is old. He like broke a hip during a set. It was crazy. Yeah, and you had to do. I thought it was the guitar that breaks, but yeah, he was funny. I'm Andre. How you guys doing today?
Hey!
You guys doing good? Yeah. All right. So yes, a lot of stuff has been going on. It's really hard to do your dry cleaning on Yom Kippur. You guys figure that out, right? I went to like 3 different places. Everyone's closed. Everyone's Jewish. Also, I didn't know about LA. I went there and I was like, hey, I know you're closed. Holiday. Do you mind if I showed them my Russian card. They said, you're not Jewish. I showed them my Persian card. They're like, you're a predator. Showed them the Armenian card, and I got a job. And so, yeah, it's been rough out there. So I feel like shit. I felt like shit. I had a full-on beard. I looked like Planet of the Apes earlier, and now I feel like I have my confidence back. I'm ready to roll, And then I was taking a leak, and some pee driplets got through. It's the worst, right? Like, fellas, you know what I'm talking about. You get a little bit of pee droplets, they get through. It's the worst when you're going through airport security, though, because that shows up on the TSA scanner. You know that, right? It totally does. So, it's not that it's happened more than once, but the one time that it happened, they were like, sir, you got something in between your legs, sir? And I was like, let me tell you, it's just a little bit of dry pee, sir. You don't have to. He's like, oh, it definitely is. I was like, all right, well, have a great day. It's not awkward. So it's been pretty good. I know I look like I ate my roommate. This is a tight shirt, but it's it's just part of my retro Westwood Village. Take me back to the fraternity days. I used to run a fraternity like 30 years ago, and it was cool. Fraternities are cool. Once you're in for life. That's what they say, I'm no longer in the Big Brother program, I'm in the Great Grandfather program now. And so, where else do you get to haze a Supreme Court justice for likes on TikTok? Florida? I don't know. Oh, that sucks. All right. My grandma is, she's in the hospital. She had a stroke. It was my fault, actually, too. Yeah. Last time me and my stepsister have sex in our house.
Hey! Oh.
Yeah, it was bad. But that's not what gave her the stroke. It was the fall after that gave her the stroke. So I went and visited her in the hospital. I go see her all the time. We have other family here too, but I end up going. You know what I mean? And I go talk to the nurses. I'm like, hey, how's my grandma doing? And they're like, was your grandma a movie star? And I'm like, why? Is she like acting like a diva? They're like, no, she's fucking everybody here. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? Like she's like a pain in the ass? They're like, no, she's putting it up my ass. And yeah, at that point, I went to my grandma. I'm like, Grandma, I thought you were a fall risk. She was like, you can't strap me down. And then she burned into a phoenix in the shape of a Kardashian and escaped out of the... Trying to make light of a dark thing, fellas and ladies. It's just, life is funny. It just goes. It goes before you know it. You can't be making fraternity jokes anymore. I sprained my thumb today. I don't even know how. I guess it's just aging, or I mean, I was working out. I don't know. It just, I really messed that joke up. Damn it! I had a bit where I'm gonna say I put it up my dog's ass and to pull out my car keys and then bring it. It didn't work. I went out with this girl though. Last week, yeah, thanks for the confidence booster, Charlotte. She was an actress, and 10 minutes before our date, she calls me and she's like, I can't go. I got booked on this celebrity dating show as an audience member. And I was like, how much does this pay? And she's like, $50. I was like, I'll give you 60 to come over right now. Yeah, so she did. Yeah. And then we had sex, obviously. And then she asked me to tip her. Yeah. I'm a bad tipper. She went through my phone right after, and you never let a woman go through your phone. It's like, never. No. I don't care how long you've been married. I'm probably never going to let a woman into my phone. But, that's too much information, probably. She was going through my phone. She's like, who's this? She was like, who's Sarah with the big tits? Who's Tanya, who with the massive arse? What about Shelly with the big dong? I was like, I already told you about my grandma. So yeah. My dad, growing up, my dad came from Iran, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world today. A lot of really, to see what's going on in Iran right now. You guys do know, I'm sure you've heard about it on social media. It's funny, like, we know about it, but the media's not talking about it at all. And that just shows you, like, the power of social media. But, to not make it about me, because I'm on stage right now, but Armenia's going through some shit too. And as much as I want to support what's going on with Iran, we got our own problems, in Armenia. They put sanctions on Armenia. Do you guys know that? They put sanctions on China, Belarus, and Armenia. One of those three don't belong. You know what I mean? That's like saying that Kim, Khloe, and Caitlyn are the most beautiful Kardashians. One of them's not a Kardashian. It's that simple. Get the mind out of the gutter, guys. Come on. But it's rough because there's one company in Armenia. It's called Taco LLC, and it supports Russia. And I don't know if you know, but Armenia's listen, we're being persecuted by America for being friends with Russia. I mean, we're allies. That's fucked up. What happened to social justice and shit? We're allies. That's a thing that America cares about. You're yeah, allies. Man, you guys are cold on that. Gotta fake the sanctions joke. It's stupid. Yeah. I don't want to do this. Growing up, my dad, he looked like a gangster from the movies. He would show up in a trench coat, have a suit on, have a watch, and he was just my friends were scared of him. And so my dad, when he'd drop us off from school, he'd be like, Andre. And I'd be like, yeah? And he'd be like, Andre, don't get in trouble or I'll kill you. And I was I know he's joking, you're joking with your dad. my friends are like, oh shit, like, watch out for this guy. And I know he has this like signature laugh. He's like, like an Armenian Santa, you know? And my friend's dad, he's Persian. His dad's laugh, my friend's dad's laugh is like a long exhale, like a like he's gonna fucking like croak or something, like. And I just imagine those two just laughing like, you know, and just going. I haven't figured that one out yet either. It's just funny, man. People in your life that follow you. So a little bit about me. I really miss freak dancing. I don't know what happened to that. That was like so fire back in the day. Like back in high school. Like I was like, Patty, you know what I'm talking about? They had freak dancing back in the
Stone
30s? Yeah, okay, I'm kidding.
I grew up in the heyday of freak dance. Freaky deaky.
It was like, I can't even imagine what it's like to be in high school right now. Like, everyone's on their social medias. It's like, people are talking about like, oh, I have a girlfriend, but like, she's online, and like, we do Minecraft together. I'm like, that's not your girlfriend. That's like, it's like your colleague or something. But I just miss those days because like, as a kid, I was just so horny. I think as guys, I didn't get laid in high school. I was awful with women back. I'm still awful, but like, I honestly, freak dancing was like the highlight of my life, you know? Because that was the most action I was gonna get for like a year, you know? Until I tried again. Oh man, this is meandering. Anyway, I'll end on this. I'm Armenian, I'm Persian, I'm Russian, and I'm Harry, I'm Shalom with Threat to Our Democracy. And yes, you know, I will steal from you and then sell it back wholesale and then take over your country, and I don't give a fuck. So thank you for your time, thanks for listening. You guys have been fantastic. Give it up for your horse. Charlotte.
You should tell your grandma to hit me up. Oh, did you hear what I said?
No.
You should tell your grandma to hit me up.
Oh.
Alright, and now let's welcome Patty!
Hey! What? I'm Patty. This part where I shout my name and you guys go crazy. Woo! I'm gonna be dead before this goes. Oh! Yeah. Keep it going for Patty. Hey! I know I'm old, you know. I'm feeling it. Some days you feel. You know the difference between amnesia and Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
Anyway. You're talking about Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
I've got, you know, I've been going to therapy, you know. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm trying again. I've been thrown out of 3 therapist offices for being Irish. I didn't know that was a stipulation, but they weren't cooperative as patients. But my therapist can tell your personality type by who your favorite Beatle is. Like, if you like John, you're intellectual. If you like Ringo, you're fun-loving. If you like George, you're spiritual. And if you like Paul, you're a homosexual. I'm learning things. I'm learning that in therapy. So can I ask you this? Is it just one shoulder or both of them? Can I?
Yeah.
Just, oh my God, they are smooth. Smooth. I like to have a close relationship with my audience. And here, you know, I've learned in therapy that tension, all tension, is sexual tension. Since I've learned this, my relationship with my uncle has grown in leaps and bounds. Take your time with that fucking thing. I miss slow dancing too, you know. Slow dancing in the 7th grade was the first time I ever had a boner for the person who caused the boner was actually in the room with me. Because when you would get close, you know, it's 7th grade, you're just attached to a fucking wild horse that leads you fucking around. So you get, it's like, because the thing about slow dancing, and I'm going to give you something, well, of course, Albert, I don't have to tell you, and I'm sure that you remember slow dancing. But the first bit of slow dancing is in junior high, what you guys call middle school. And the way that it works is they have a dance, and all the guys are on one side, and all the girls are on the other. And half the dance goes by before the first guy asks the first girl. That's the big deal in junior high, right? So then, and it was all on the guy to ask, right? So it would be like, oh, you're going to ask Barb Whitlock. That was Barb Whitlock. She was the first girl in school that had boobs. Fucking popular. Famous in 7th grade with full-size, woman-sized boobies. It was delightful. So you had to walk all the way across, and there might be 2 or 3 couples dancing. You had to walk all the way across the gym, right? And you're going to get your way up, and you go, would you like to dance? And she goes, no. No, this is not this song. Yeah, but wait for a good song. And you had to walk all the way fucking back. Plus the whole fucking, everybody knows she said, no! Fucking rejection! It's hard. It was scarred. It scarred me. It scarred me. But the death of slow dancing, that's a shame. Because, you know, that way you can tell how much he likes you. Like sometimes he might really, really like you, like, you know, a little brush up, a little idea. Okay, it was a dick joke that didn't go anywhere. Okay, great. For Christ's sake! I'm, you know, I love what Anthony was talking earlier, because this is my theory, and I'm going to say some things that are just going to make you think less of me, but, you know, live with it. I think more people than admit it have an obsession with serial killers, and I do. But I'm just going to tell you the truth. But my obsession is an odd obsession. Like, serial killer with the best cheekbones, hands down, Richard Ramirez. There's no competition that's even close to Richard Ramirez. And I mean a fucking hot-looking serial killer, except for the fucked up teeth. Serial killer with the best teeth, Ted Bundy. Hands down. I've seen that man smile. Mesmerizing. God, his parents must have been able to afford some orthodontist treatment, you know, as a child. It's obvious he came from an affluent background with those chompers. Now, I was thinking this on my way over, and Albert knows that sometimes I think of things on my way over here, and he warns me against speaking about them in public. But I'm going to just let you know, on my way over here, I thought, Patty, what serial killer demonstrates the validity of systemic racism in these United States? Hands down, Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer! First of all, he was Hitler's wet dream. 6'2", blonde-haired, blue-eyed. You know, I mean, fucking hot. Hot! You know, but he proved that in the United States of America, you can fucking eat people for years. Just not white people. When you start eating white people, that some people are going to show up looking for. You can't go, not in America. If a couple of white people go up missing, there's going to be flares going up and search fucking parties. But Dahmer, actually, a lot of people don't know this about Dahmer. But you know, he was killed in prison. He was beaten to death by a man who called himself God, but was actually the cousin of one of the peoples he ate. If you eat my cousin, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm sorry, fair is fair. Eat a couple of my cousins, fuck you. What kind of a thing is that to do? But it turned out, the autopsy they did, he wouldn't have lived that much longer anyway. His body, he had terrible diabetes and high blood pressure from a diet very high in African Americans. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. Other thing is, have you seen this Dahmer, this fucking Dahmer TV series? It's fucking amazing. Oh my God, it's some of the best shit I've ever fucking seen. I'm just telling you the truth. It's hard to make, you know, a guy you know, Dahmer, you know he was a cannibal, right?
Yeah.
How do you make a cannibal? How do you sympathize and go, oh, that poor fucking cannibal? I kind of can relate. I'm kind of sad for him, you know? And the thing is, like, my wife can't stand it that I'm binging this Dahmer. And all she watches is, it's either the Hallmark Channel or murder porn. 20/20 Dateline, and it's always the spouse that kills. She scared me into being a better husband with this fucking shit. Okay? But the minute I put on Dahmer, she goes, ah! And she runs to the other room. But it is a fucking crazy. You gotta see it. And here's what happened. I don't know if you guys saw, but you know, Netflix has LBGT programming, where that's one of the things they put on. So, well, they put up Dahmer, and about 4 days later, LGBT representative said, "Take that shit off. Take that shit off. We don't want." Well, here's the deal. We want equality, right? Remember when all the good people and all the bad people were all just heterosexual? If you really want to, because in this, all the victims are gay, it appears.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or maybe just having an adventure some night.
Yeah.
You know, once a philosopher, twice a pervert. You ever have this guy for the guys here, and you girls won't be surprised to hear this. In a group of guys, there's always one guy who will pose this question. Would you suck a dick for $1 million? First of all, don't answer that question.
I'm the one asking.
Well, that's it. I know. And you're also a guy who might pee in my sink if the bathroom's
I
taken.
so would.
So here's my point. First of all, don't answer that question. What is he going to do with that information anyway? You know? And I've always noticed they never have the money on them. You know what I mean? Because after a certain number, it's just a business fucking decision. And really, in a way, in a more peaceful way, maybe in basic training, soldiers could be taught to do like a military fellatio move to disable the opposition. Could you imagine a war that involved fellatio? We would have no problem with military recruitment. It would end the conflict in the Ukraine. Okay, perhaps I've gone too far. Perhaps I have. There's the thing, like with the slow dancing, you know, slow dance boner. I'm so warm and fuzzy thinking about that slow dance boner. I'm going to share a story with you. Everything now is less than it used to be. You can almost think of anything. Like, when I was a kid in the 70s, every adult was drunk almost all the time. Every house party that we ever had, there was some type of drunken argument that fucking happened. And I come from an Irish family, so, you know, they would drink and drink and drink, and the whole thing would be like my grandfather. He'd be like, "Hey, nobody's fucking talking to me. I'm gonna leave." Run to my mom and I said, "Mommy, Grandpa says no one's talking to him. He's gonna leave." She said, "All right, be a good lad and walk him to the car." "Mom, he's drunk. He's drunk." She said, "No, just be good, walk him to the car." Like, no matter how drunk anyone was, if we walked him to the car, somehow that was fine. You know what I mean? In the 70s, you'd be falling down drunk, the fucking valet would just throw the keys at you. I remember, like, my mom got a phone call once because they're like, I said, she goes, what's that? That Grandpa drove up on the lawn and ran over a fucking tree? Officer, that's impossible. My 11-year-old walked him to his car. Listen, you guys have been very good tonight. You have been very good. But usually, I will call out the audience and say you're mediocre, but not you, motherfuckers. Give yourself a round of applause. You're fucking great. And keep it going for the amazing Charlotte. Come on up here, Charlotte. Wow. Keep it going. Come on.
I always love your set, Patty.
Oh, I thank you.
All right, and let's welcome our headliner, Albert.
And one more time for all the other comments that you've seen so far. All right, so that was good stuff. And after being on the set for the short film that we made called Cabbage, and I don't know when it's coming out, I was coming down. It was just an incredible high to be on the set, to be one of the main characters. it's, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but it is fucking amazing. The amount of attention to every detail of your life that those people pay attention to. I mean, where is he? How is he? Do you need water? Do you need a Coke? Give me something to eat. Well, not quite that far, but it's, if it were a porn movie, I'm sure they would be something like that. But it's like floating on a fucking cloud. It really is. Because you're so fucking important. And then when it's over, you know, you've got to go back and you've got to deal with being alone. And no one paying any attention to you at all. In fact, your roommate said, "Fuck you, nigga," you know. And he's white. And he still calls me nigga. I'm just it's so you have to have defenses. You know, you have to know what a thought is. And realize that thoughts, they're things, but they're not real things. And they only exist inside your head. So when I start getting depressed thoughts like, you know, no one's paying attention to me, no one loves me, everybody hates me, I know those are just fucking thoughts. And I just say, you know, get the fuck away from me. That's how I talk to my thoughts that I don't like. Just get the fuck out of here. You don't give a shit. Yeah. So I walk around talking to myself all day is what I'm saying. Get the fuck out of here, bitch! I don't want to hear that shit! I'm not depressed, motherfucker! I'm optimistic! You kiss my ass! So I felt myself like swooping down to the bottom, you know. So I had to do something. I went to a strip club.
Yeah.
That's how you come out of the doldrums. Yeah. So I just walk in with all my money in my hand. I just give it to them. Here, girl, you can have it. I just want to lick your titty. It's an amazing, uplifting thing when you've got an adult titty in your mouth. And you know. That's what I sound like, you know. Oh, because I was so lonely until she put the titty in my mouth, and then all my problems were solved. So, you know, I think I'm going to go back and see her again. I can't afford to be depressed. I can't afford to sink down mentally and spiritually and become, like, dissatisfied with my life, right? But who I am and what the choices that I've made. That's a trap. That leads out the back fucking door. That leads to suicide, so. And I've known people who have done that, so. I know the signs. I know how you get there. More importantly, I know how to not get there. Hookers. That's what it takes. You just go out and you find, but please don't call them a hooker. You know, you just say, "Hi, how are you doing, Miss Sex Worker?" So, you know, you just avoid suicide by, you know, letting a strange woman suck your dick. Because it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting your dick sucked, you ain't gonna commit suicide. I'm gonna hang around so I can get this done again. If I'm dead, I can't get a blowjob. Nobody sucks the dick of a corpse. You gotta have warm blood running through your veins. You gotta be able to get up. I mean, get up and then get up, you know? Same. So, what did I have here tonight? So I'm just saying that spent the weekend with a hooker is basically all I'm saying. And going back next week, spend another weekend with her. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, it's been a long day. I started an exercise program to try to get my. I've lost. You guys didn't know me, but if you saw pictures of me, I've lost 60 to 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh. And I didn't say it for the applause. How much time do I have? Please.
4.
4? Is that right? 4?
Four,
Okay,
right.
so I won't do that because it takes 5. So I started this exercise program, and I have to be at the gym at 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm a pothead. I don't usually go to bed till like 3 a.m. or something like that. I got to change all of that now to get into this program. I can do it. I'm going to do it. So I was there this morning. I worked out 2 hours on the weights. And thank you. I didn't say for applause, but I appreciate all the love you're showing me. I love you too. And I was on the crunch machine because you got to build up your core, right? As core got to be strong. If core is strong all the way around, then everything else will be easier to build. So I'm doing core, and I'm working on this machine. And I'm probably done at this point. I do 15 and 15. I do a set of 15. I do 4 of those, and I do 6 sets of that. Each set contains 60 reps. So I'm doing like 350 reps. That's a lot of fucking reps. And so today I'm doing those reps. I'm right in the middle of it. And this girl comes in to the gym. And she gets on the machine in front of me, but not directly in front of me, back over there. And I swear, it's one of those. I don't know what you call the machine, but you get over it and you bend up like that, and then you pull yourself back up. So you do that over and over and over again. All right, you get the idea?
Yeah.
All right, so she's like right over here in my line of thought, in my line of sight. And every time she bends over, I swear, her butt would spark. Her ass would open. In the shorts, you couldn't see her actual ass, but I am not lying. Every time she'd bend over like that, her ass cheeks would just part. It was the most entertainment I had the entire time I was there. And I did not take my eyes off of it because I knew I had to tell you about it. I'm writing jokes, baby. I'm doing the thing. I'm working. I'm like, well, this girl made her ass clap. She needs no applause. Right? Shorty made that ass clap, need no applause, high fashion. I'm like, here's a living example of it right here. She didn't shake that ass to the flow, but that's okay because it was really entertaining to watch her butt part like that. I'm gonna try to date her. Am I done?
You got a minute.
1 minute? So, what else did I do? So, I want to reveal something that's incredibly revealing before in this less than 1 minute that I have. I have trouble. Let me put it this way. I spend like 90% of my day trying not to pee on myself. Seriously. The other 10% I spend wiping off my leg. You get that? That's incredibly revealing. Sometimes I don't make it at all. Sometimes I just get fucking pee on myself. Then I wipe it off and I keep going. Who gives a fuck? Nothing is going to stop me from doing what I want to do. If this is what I want to fucking do, I'll pee on myself right up here if I have to. But I'm going to pee on stage. I'm going to do stand-up comedy because that's my fucking life.
Yeah.
Fucking love this shit.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, please welcome Charlotte back to the stage. Thank you.
Welcome her back too.
I'm glad you paid attention to her so we could all hear. I appreciate it.
Yes. You're welcome.
All right. Well, that concludes our Wednesday open mic. We have them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all at 7, and we'll see you on Friday.
Yeah.